bringing in a DJ, music producer, and a fashion icon. He's known professionally as Pierre Ravan and is known personally as Canvas. He's recognized as one of the first spiritual house DJs in the world. Pierre has been on the international DJ circuit for over a decade. He brings a new aura to the music scene and a different variety of house music called spiritual house. He's also a meditation trainer and a certified yoga teacher. So with this background, he's incorporated spirituality into his musical journey too. He often starts his DJ set with some meditation to unite the audience and to bring their hearts together. And he's created this sort of experience in clubs and festivals around the world. He's also one of the first fashion DJs, and his music has graced the catwalks of several international brands. And I hope I'll pronounce them correctly. Some of them are Paco Rabanne, Dolce and Gabbana, Roberto Cavalli, and ElleMagazine. So he brings together his emphatic energy, his ancient Persian heritage, and his love for dance, and takes the spirit across the world. We are certain that you will enjoy partaking in his infectious energy and charm. Over to you, Pierre.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. Thank you very much for the introduction. I am very much humbled and pleased to be part of this session. First of all, I wanted to mention something very amazing. We are now in a very special situation. It is the start of Ramadan. Happy Ramadan to all our Muslims, brothers and sisters. We are in isolation. I don't call it isolation, but I think we are in the kind of social distancing, not the physical one. We will get to that later. And at the same time, we were going to celebrate a birthday of a spiritual giant, a pure, perfect human being, which is our Grandmaster, affectionately named Babuji Maharaj. Means this is a special occasion that I feel is like an atomic bomb. You know, like inside we have so much things to experience that. Before starting, because we might have a limited time and I don't want to bore you guys, is that I would like to introduce myself. First, as I was introduced by our dear sister, you know, I started as a childhood, you know, I was traveling a lot. I'm born as a Persian, but my father was a diplomat. And then he became an ambassador. We were traveling all around the world. I lived in Czech Republic, France, everywhere. But then when I came back to Iran, I studied, and I studied mechanical engineering, because at the time, at my time, I would say maybe 35 years ago, everybody has to become a doctor and engineer. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been the important people. And this is actually a message for you. Don't follow such a guidance. We get into that, what you should listen to, not just the guidance coming from the elders or parents, which is important. But we get to that, you should start to learn to listen to your heart. Anyway, I became a mechanical engineer. And at the same time, I finished my master in marketing. And then because I was in the music business, I was DJing. Means all of that became part of my life. And I realized that life is a flow. And when we are young, we have to realize that. I just wish whatever I experience now, I knew when I was young. I'm not regretting even a bit, but I felt that if I had this, maybe a wisdom or inner knowledge to understand what I'm doing now, I would still be a DJ. I would still do whatever I was doing, but in a different way. Why I'm saying that? Because I will excel. I will exceed the expectation. I will become a better DJ in a faster time. I will become a better fashion, let's say in the fashion business. And I would find out exactly what my heart said much more earlier. Also, I would have learned to be more purified, simplified, and understand that through what I know now, the tools given, which is a God gift, I would have maybe excel faster. A lot of intoxications that maybe a lot of youth are experiencing, and which I did as well, we could have out of my way. Food intoxication. You know, I was a big kickboxer. If I didn't have a 2 kilo of meat every night, I would not be able to go and box or go to my gym, pump the irons, because I needed that protein. I didn't have that understanding that my body can be purified in the sense that I really don't need that. I can still be stronger with the good food, but also the good food for my soul. Having said that, I just wish I knew things which I know now. And this is the message for you. Do what you like in your heart, but still you should follow what your heart says. You know, having said that, I want you to know one thing. Even now, I still struggle. I still have a time that I'm depressed. I still have a time that I get angry. This is part of the natural fact. I don't think anybody, till you reach that level of perfection, still that groundness is there. I still struggle a lot, but there is one difference. I have the tools. I learn how to let it go faster. I learn how to step on my ego faster. I learn if I'm brooding over a situation, and that bothers me because I have this, unfortunately, nature, a brooding character, that if somebody who I really care about, that can be my murshid, that can be my child, that can be my wife, I brood over things. But now I can learn to just let it go because I learned to put my attention elsewhere. And this is the tools that I feel that we should use it to the max to come to it. But the most important thing I just wanted to explain you all is one thing, which I want you to know. I learned to really not judge. You know, when you're a DJ, and let's say even now, and you go out to a clubs, and you have a lot of people intoxicated, we have to understand, we are not here to judge those people. You have a lot of beautiful souls which didn't find a way. And we have to be the change. We have to be part of that community and become that example. When you're there and somebody come into and say, but what are you doing in life? I can see so much change. You were a DJ 30 years ago, but you're still coming in the club. But there is something special about you. You play a better music, you're more fresh, you're more fit, and you still make us dance, but you give us that science of meditation and we feel so much intoxicated in the heart. And I feel this is what we need to be doing. Follow your heart. Listen to the guidance of your parents. Of course, by all means is important. But what is the most important fact is always follow your heart. And for that, you need to learn how to listen to it. This is what I feel it's very important when you start young to learn this technique of doing that. Look, I'm 52 years old. Actually, my birthday will be in 3 days. My son's birthday is tomorrow. Mine is after tomorrow. I have 4 children. I'm married. I'm married happily in our system of heartfulness. And I learned this balance. You know, we are now at a very special, crucial time of this isolation. I truly believe that, I'm sure you go through a lot of webinars and everybody say, oh, you should feel so spiritual. Don't feel like that. It's a time for you to reflect. Yes, but trust me, when you have 4 kids or 3 kids at home and they cannot go out, you also learn other things. You don't only learn to meditate the whole time, you learn tolerance. And that is the time that you really understand, was I close to my family? Is it the time that you really judge? Was it things that I might have done and I didn't? And now is the time to rectify them, because now is the time of bounding. That's why I think this isolation can become a solarity. You can be one. And for me, I think the most important fact is that we need to learn to adapt. The spirituality can actually teach us, as my Murshid just said few days ago. When you follow a spiritual path and when you're young and you meditate, you learn to adapt, you learn to accept, you learn to see the new venture, you focus. The moment that you always are in denial because you know you're not good with yourself, and this is when the opportunity comes to you, you're complaining all the time. That leaves. But having said that, there is nothing wrong if we are feeling depressed. I feel depressed a lot of time. I struggle sometimes. I have argument with my family. Sometimes I need my space. I say, guys, leave me alone. Of course, I feel upset. I lost all my gigs. I had many concerts on the way I couldn't go. I can travel now. I have a lot of things pending. But this is the situation. I accept it with my heart. And what I do, I just don't sit and pray. Praying is very good tools. But again, as my Murshid said, this is the tools that we have to use at last. What can I do about it? What can I do about it? I should accept. And in this situation of time, do I have a strength, an opportunity that I can serve others? I do. If I can now speak to you, I will. If tomorrow it will be an opportunity that I can open up a place of a youth that tomorrow he needs to really understand what's going on, I will. If I have a time now, after a little bit of this lockdown open up and serve others, I will. And I feel what we need to learn from that, to not go back to the same pattern. We have to learn a lesson. Everything will be open one day, I will say, inshallah. Maybe not the same way like before. Am I going back to the same pattern I had before? Maybe this is the question we should ask ourselves. Am I going to really be that person that inside of me I don't want to be? This is the question you should ask ourselves. This morning, my Murshid was saying something very beautifully. He said, we are responsible for everything ourselves. We are the one responsible for our failure, and we are also responsible for our success. What we need to do, we need to reflect. It's not only about meditation, to really acknowledge, recognize what are the nuances, what are the issues that I have, and rectify them. And this is the time that I think we can get into that. And I only wish that everybody could really learn through this life of a spiritual life, a new lifestyle given to us, a new way of living. And this can only happen if we are willing to do this. You see, the food is there. Everything is ready. But that part that we need to eat is in our hand. And I feel this is the best way to correct all what we didn't do before. What to be done now? We are young. We have a lot of energy. We still should follow our dreams. We still should understand that spirituality can give us the tool, because spirituality is joy. A lot of my friends, you know, the young people that I work with, because I'm also in the fashion and the perfume business, and we go to a lot of meetings. And the people that I work with, we have a lot of brand managers for the big brand, like Hermes, perfumes and all. They ask me, oh, wait a minute, you choose a spiritual life, but you know, that eagerness of making money or success, is it there? Actually, I told them one thing. It's not about that. It's about, I don't mind to drive a Porsche, which I was actually, or I don't mind to wear a nice dress. But I learned to not get attached to it. That attachment should be away. Even to spirituality, I feel the attachment should not be there. When you are, let's say, attached to an experience during the meditation, what will happen? When again, that attachment, that experience will not happen. We're disheartened, we say, oh, my meditation didn't go well. We should not be attached to that. And I realized that in the business, in fun, in going out and enjoy. Spirituality is joy, and joy only attracts grace. And this is what I feel that we need to do. Things are changing for everybody. You guys are the next leaders, especially the ones who understood what are the mission in their life. You are the leaders of the future. Take this opportunity, follow your heart. I think we don't much have time to waste. Wasting time, I'm not saying that you should only meditate and read. And I feel that really we should learn to listen to our hearts. Many times I follow what my heart said, and even logic didn't satisfy. 5 years later, I understood that that day of my heart, it was the right thing to do. And I can tell you a story about why I'm saying that. Because I was working on my first album in year 2000, 2001. And that was exactly, I was supposed to go to US and finish the album. I had a track to finish with Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. And exactly the Twin Tower fell down. And I had an Iranian passport at the time. And my visa was finishing in 2 days, and all the airport was closing down. And everybody was saying, look, you cannot go, your visa is invalid. The day that my visa was finishing, the airport opened, and everybody said, you must be out of your mind traveling. What I did, I meditated. I really meditated. To whom? To my higher self, to my murshid inside, to my inner God. And in my meditation came, said, all will be fine. And when I took a flight, you wouldn't believe it. With all the logic of the world said, you will be stopped at the airport. Is a time of war. I entered the airport and I was not even being checked, and I came out. And many experiences like that showed me that we should really, through our heart, meditate and learn what is important for us to do. I want to ask you all, what is it that is important for you? What is it that you're really looking in life? Is this a relationship? What is it that we want to have? In my view, it's all about balance. When you're young, it's all about balance. Again, as we said, it's like a bird with two wings, one spiritual life, one materialistic life. And this is what we need to learn. I feel we have a chance now with what is happening, and a lot of you, some of you already meditate, some of you still not meditate, some of you tried it out. Put your whole heart in it. I think love and passion, it's the key. The enthusiasm. I think it's the most important thing. I'm enthusiastic about it. And I feel nothing without love and passion can work. Even our relationship with our murshid, our master, our whatever you want to call it. In my terminology, my master is my best friend. Because one reason. He's the only entity in me will never judge me. I'm never alone. The problem is that external master. I have myself a lot of issues. Oh, I've been ignored. Oh, today he didn't look at me. Oh my God, today some people met him and I was not invited. Of course it's an issue because I'm attached to that external thing. But the real entity in me is the most faithful entity that will never judge me, and he will stay with me. And I never, we are human after all. We have our moment, and we have to acknowledge that. And use your willpower. You see, all of this that I'm sharing with you is not a preaching. It's just a simple thing that I experienced myself. Imagine being in the clubs that was DJing. I don't want to name it. I had everything available. The willpower. How to use the willpower. Just simply how to use it. My murshid once told me, we are using more our willpower to not use the willpower. Means the amount of energy that we are using, if we used to use our willpower, we can achieve everything. We have a beautiful path. It's a path that it unites all the hearts. It's time of unity. It's time that we upgrade our lifestyle. It's time that we are all as one. Maybe we have social distancing, but let's make it social dancing. Let's our soul dance. And that's why I love music, because many Sufi were saying that the music is the direct picture of our beloved. And this is the time I think we can feel the music inside and let our soul rejoice. Bring that love, that fire, that passion into your life. You're never alone. I think with that, I would like to end this session. I heartily would like to thank the beloved, my beloved, who gave me the chance to serve, show me the path of understand what needs to be done in my life. I'm thanking all of you, all these beautiful youth, all of you put together. It was so professional. I really felt if I'm in the concert, really, I was like a child. I was so rejoicing to talk for you guys. I felt, oh my God, I'm missing to DJ for 10,000 people. And now I have that. Maybe I'm not playing music, but my soul is rejoicing to be with all of you. I feel it was a chance for me to breathe and just share my heart, pour my heart out to you. And just to say, thank you for listening. And any question that you have, please write. I think we have more moments. I don't know what time is it now. I think I spoke 7 minutes less than I supposed to do.
We have
if there's any question,
yes, we have a few
if
questions.
there are any
that
questions,
people have asked. So someone asks if there's any specific benefit by combining meditation and music. Does it help you before you do certain tasks? What are the other benefits of combining music and meditation?
you see, this is a very good question. And actually, I want to elaborate on it. Because as I was introduced, what I do, I go to the biggest club. For example, many of you know Sunburn. All of you in India know Sunburn. The last one I just did in December, we had 75,000 people in Goa. I'm not going to go through the craziness of it, Goa itself. But a lot of people, when I try to give meditation, people say, well, what are you doing? I said, you know, this is the beauty. Imagine you sit down and you cut the music down, and you say, you know what? Let's not put the thought on one object. And what is that object? Is that beautiful source. And all of you connect our hearts together like an egregore. And then when we connect it and we meditate together, and then I play my music. And then you feel the true intoxication, because then the music touches the deepest part of your core, of your heart. And then you feel, if this is like a small satsang, I'm so sorry to say that, I might get crucified. But for me, it's like a satsang. You know, you play for 75,000 people, but what is the intention? I feel the intention in life is important. People having fun dancing. Some people might be intoxicated, some people not. I'm not there to judge them, but there is one message I give to everybody. Connect through your heart and to the divine, even when you dance. Think is your master dancing. Think you're connected to that source. Then to answer to your question, I feel music should be separated from meditation. You have a lot of meditation they do with music, but still, the thing is that you're bound to that external thing to meditate. The same like mantra. Because I did many other paths. I did TM, I did Sufism, I did Zikr. And you know, Zikr, you have music. Allahu, 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 Allahu. Or you dance, right? You go to trance. still in my experience, because I tried it, is still in that superficial level. When you meditate with heartfulness, because you have that tavajjo, that pranahuti, that divine transmission, you already are in the deeper side of your core. You don't need the external. I would suggest meditate and then listen to the music. And then, as we said, the placebo. Don't meditate and listen to the music. And tell me, how do you feel?
That's great. That's really great. We'll take just one last question. And someone is asking, how do we find our passion if we feel like we don't have one yet?
First of all, congratulating you that you're so honest toward yourself. And I think it's very easy. Look inside. I personally feel the issue with people who don't find the passion or the love, they look outside for it. Passion, la passion, is all inside. It's the fire which comes from the heart. And the minute you start to love yourself, the love for you, for your higher self, and you say to yourself, I love you, not in the narcissism way, but in the sense that you are in my heart. I really love you. It's a love story. You know, as Rumi said, Rumi wrapped it up in 3 sentences. He said, I was raw, I was baked, I burned. Burned of the fire of love. That I call passion. And I pray that may that passion develop in your heart very soon.
Thank you so much, Kambiz. People have been commenting that they were very happy that you shared your personal experience, and you also have a lot of birthday wishes flowing in for you and your son. And with that, if you have any final words, it's
yes, I would say
message.
I would say my last message is that let's be united, especially on these 3 days of our auspicious birthday celebration. You know, don't take it religiously. Take it like a love story. Think you went on the festival somewhere 3 days, you know, on a retreat. And let your heart dance. Let your soul rejoice. Experience it this year and see if you see any difference in you. If any of you, I'm sure you have a Hearts app, you have a lot of preceptors around, and I'm sure that you have a lot of people, your own family. If any of you would like to experience meditation session, I'm at your service. You can always get in touch with the youth. You can even email me if you have personal questions regarding the like whatever I was talking about, lifestyle or an experience that I have, then please do email me. And the last, I wouldn't say advice, last thing I would ask you to do, this lockdown, it is difficult. I do agree that we have to respect all the government orders and everything, because we should. Because freedom, what means freedom? Freedom means to do the right thing, right? Freedom doesn't mean that I have to naked in the street, oh, I'm a free. No, no, no. Freedom means to do the right thing. And now we have the freedom to do the right thing, to make a change for others. If I am responsible that somebody else get ill, I shouldn't do. But having said that, even this has to have a balance. We cannot be down on the lockdown forever, right? Sometimes we say, I would rather die, for example. What I suggest is a couple of tips I would like you to do. As a yoga teacher, what I do every morning, it might interest you, you say, see if that can help you out. Wake up every morning at the same time. As my master also said, automatization. Wake up at the same time, whatever time is it. Make a will, this is the time I wake up. What you do, you wake up, have a glass of water, or take something which, you know, no food and everything, take your shower if you can, perfect. Sit for your muraqabah, for your meditation. Invite the beloved in your heart. It's like you're inviting your best friend. You empty the heart, come, I'm waiting for you. With love and passion again, not with duty, oh my God, I have to meditate because my preceptor said. It will not work. Meditate. When you meditate, for me personally, I don't do breathing exercise before meditation. For some people, the pranayama used, but for me not. After my meditation, when I'm relaxed, I will start my exercise. I will do yoga. I might not have time because I'm waiting for my little boys to wake up because they have 3 in the house and they wake up very early. What I do, I wrap it up. I start with the pranayam. There is 4 technique of pranayam that you can see. Baba Ramdev, which is the most liable one. Check on that. And I do 10 to 11 rounds Surya Namaskar. Everybody knows Surya Namaskar. Do it slowly, couple of rounds, boom. The last 4 rounds, go fast. Your body get vitalized. Start, have your breakfast, write your diary, you're ready. It means by 7 a.m., you're the king of your day. And you will feel how energized you look. Have a nice fruit, have your breakfast, study a little bit, enjoy time with your family. Whenever you need your space, to say, everybody, guys, stop. I need my space. And try to adapt this, and you will see the balance between the body, the mental health, all can be guaranteed. This is the last tip that humbly I wanted to share with you because it works with me, and I'm sure you guys are younger. I will work with you as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your suggestions and your experience.